Couple more.
It's nice when you go like towards the end, like, it's not even being like this in school. Run out there. Actually.
I'll still need a couple for up here for the coach and the athletes, but yeah, I already have them. But just in general, for people out there. Thanks.
What you do, you gotta do this too. I mean, what channel is that on?
In Indiana.
You know everything else.
I should have. He would
Jack would have known.
He would have known the DirecTV, the Uber.
Turn that on.
They have those sorts of
They're gonna have to score more than 60. You can't hold everybody to 47. It's just not gonna happen.
Somebody might score.
Ready for them?
Yes.
Take a seat where your name is. Add your name, seat. And then
Good afternoon, everybody. We're joined by Indiana State head coach Terry Morin, student athletes Marina Laramie, Anna Munn, and Rachel Mahan. We'll begin with an opening statement from the coach, followed by questions for the student athletes. Following those questions, they'll be dismissed, and then we'll direct questions towards Coach Morin. So if you'll start us off with an opening statement.
Thank you. As we talked to our group about, coming into this tournament, this three-day tournament, the first one's always the most difficult one. There was a lot of anxiety. I think there's nerves anytime that it's a new season. Give our kids credit on a day that we didn't shoot it very well. Our post play, I thought Marina and Rachel in particular really got it done on the defensive end and with their rebounding. I thought they played special today. And not to take anything away from our guards, but without a doubt we struggled, but grinded it out and found a way to win, which is what you have to do. And I think that these guys would probably tell you that they're glad that this one's over so we can advance.
Any adjustments at halftime? Loyola was playing well defensively, blocking some shots. Anything you said to the post players at halftime?
Well, no, I think the challenge was we felt like we were really passive in the first half, and we weren't as connected as we've been. We looked a little bit uninspired, and so at halftime that was really the challenge: is that we have to be able to get it done on and rebound the ball. And we got off to some good starts. I thought in the first half, and in the second half it was just trying to build on your lead. And get some stops, knowing that at some point Loyola was going to, make their own run.
It seemed like just hustle plays throughout the game. You guys got 17 points off turnovers, and you've already talked about the rebounding.
Like I said, we talk, Craig, about 50-50 balls all the time, and that's about heart determination, which team wants it the worst. And, the one play that sticks out in my mind right now is, Red diving for that ball in the second half and coming up, her getting on the floor is big. She would tell you that. But like I said, there was a determination today. I thought with Rachel and Red, that was, not that we haven't seen that, but it was really good today. And we needed it because, like I said, Kesey and Mun and Jazz, they struggled from the outside. And that's the nice thing about having a team that has some depth. I thought Steph Whitman came in and played great for us. But we have the depth that we can rely and lean on some other pieces when our shot isn't falling from the outside.
Rachel had 13 offensive boards in the second half alone. Just talk about her effort throughout the game.
Well, she was great. That's a season high. 17 rebounds, I think, is her season high this year. And like I said, we needed every one of those. And we needed every hustle play, and we needed every one of those rebounds. So, like I said, I don't think it shows in field goal percentage. And some of those things never show up in a stat sheet, the hustle plays, the 50-50 balls, and whatnot. But as I mentioned, there was just a different determination, I thought, with Red and Rachel today. And obviously, they were one of the biggest reasons we won the game.
Rachel, just talk about a little bit about your game. They've got some good post players, and just talk about the challenge of defending Hambrick and trying to be a factor offensively.
Yeah, give them credit. We knew coming in, Garden 21, that's who we were going to need to shut down. And we knew she was going to get her points, but defensively, I think that I did a really good job defending her, limited her, try to limit her touches. And I mean, she's a really good player. She's going to get points regardless. So I think I just did a good job, and the team for sagging in and helping. So.
After you hit a couple free throws there, put your team up 9. You got a little break. Was that a much needed break there? You were working pretty hard.
Yeah, I feel like I worked hard for that break. Anna came up to me and she said, "Rach, hit these, and you're gonna get a break." And I was like, "I'm gonna hit these." So I felt like that was my reward right there, hitting those free throws.
Marina, just talk about you're coming out in the second half. I think you hit a 3 after a 3-point play, just to really get the momentum going for you guys.
Yeah, I think that was the second half, wasn't it? I don't really think when I shoot threes. Sometimes I'm just at the top of the key and I get it. And I heard Mona next to me. She was like, "Red, shoot it, shoot it." So, I shot it and it went in. And, she was the reason I shot that, though. I wasn't planning on it.
Any extra motivation playing kind of in front of your home crowd? You're from O'Fallon, about 10 minutes away, so.
Yeah, there is. I was looking up in the crowd, and my aunt actually wore a big curly wig today, and was sitting in the crowd, and just seeing my whole family there and everyone, and that's just really awesome. So yeah, I think that was definitely a little bit of my motivation today.
Jazz
guys getting to 20 wins on the season too. That's a big benchmark today as well.
It is, yeah, it is. You know, it's been a while, I think, since that's happened. So, you know, a lot of reasons to celebrate and be proud of this victory. And they're a hard 20, but nonetheless, they're 20, and we're very proud of that. But this group's not done. You know, there's we know that we've advanced, and we have another big game tomorrow. And like I said, we came into this this three-day tournament with the idea, the expectation of winning it. So. You know, this one feels good, and it's glad to get it out of the way, but we need to get some rest and show back up tomorrow with hopefully a better performance on the outside. I think we'll shoot it a little bit better than we did today.
In a game like this where the shooting just isn't happening for the guards, how good is it to have that post play to be able to help you guys get those points and keep the game in your favor?
You know, any day you can have two, you know, your best post players have a double-double. You know, that's just a sign right there that they're working super hard. And even though our shots weren't falling on the outside, you know, I think we found other ways to help the team out. When VC came in for me, I know she got, you know, a couple good defensive plays, and I think that's when it's good to have a bench like we have. You don't really lose anything when we have anybody coming off the bench. So I think, you know, all in all, an ugly win is better than a pretty loss, and you know, in my eyes. So I think we just got to chalk this one up and come back ready to go tomorrow, like Coach said.
And as the 1 seed, you know, you're expected to win day 1 of the tournament. At halftime when it's tied your senior year, what were you thinking going into the locker room, you know, to come out and pretty much you were in control the whole second half. It got close at times, but never lost the lead.
Yeah, you know, we knew coming into this ball game we were going to win. There was no doubt in any of our minds that we were going to lose this ball game, and I think that's just where our confidence comes in as a team. We are feeding off each other, even though it wasn't the prettiest thing in the first half. You know, Kesey and I just, you know, and even Red and Rachel at halftime, we were just saying, this is our half. Next, we got 20 minutes left. You know, the past is the past, and we just got to look into the future, and there's 20 minutes, and that's what we did, and we really came out you know, hustling and like Coach said, making the 50-50 plays that we didn't really do in the first half. So I think we definitely picked it up there.
Coach, how nice is it to be able to pull out that win even though you guys didn't play your best game? You still come out with a 9-point win. That's got to be nice.
Oh, yeah. You know, a 1-point win would have been great. You know, we, like I said, you know, I think Munn hit it on the head. Our depth has been good to us. It's taken us a while to figure out from the starting positions to, you know, the guys coming off the bench for us, what that rotation was going to look like. But we found one that we're pretty comfortable in. And, you know, like I said, with Whitman today and VC, Chelsea didn't have her best game, but she's certainly been great for us. Reagan Smith has been good for us off the bench. So we're really fortunate to have the depth that we have. And like I said, like Anna said, on a day where, you know, our shots were hard to come by, we ended up finding a way. And that's what you have to do. And, you know, we're grateful and thankful that, you know, we have a group that stays connected. They have great chemistry. They have great camaraderie. They want to do something special. And as my college coach used to tell me, you're only as good as your seniors. So we're really relying on Munn and Kesey to just show us the way.
What did you think Loyola did to, you know, slow down Bill Keese a little bit? She had trouble getting in the lane as much as she did.
Well, you know, they played a matchup zone, which is they just really clog the middle, and they're long. It's not that they're you know, they're long and athletic, and I think Kesey was having a difficult time. You know, normally she's used to being able to get in inside of the lane and come up either with shots of her own or be able to drop it off or kick it out. And I thought that that's what they took away today. She was so good, and I'm sure they watched the Northern Iowa game, which was our last game. She got any shot she wanted off of any ball screen. So they took that away from her, but give Kesey credit. I didn't think she took bad shots. You know, she turned it over a few times, but I thought that, especially in the second half, going down the stretch there, she had 2 big buckets that gave us a little bit of breathing room.
We have time for maybe one more question.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll start with an opening statement from Coach Swoops, then direct your questions to Troy. We'll then dismiss Troy, and you can direct questions towards Cheryl. So, Coach, start us off.
First thing I want to say is we're very thrilled to be a part of the Missouri Valley Conference in our first conference tournament. I think it was everything that we expected it to be, and then some. Definitely looking forward to coming back next year and with a different ending. You know, I was very proud of the effort that the young ladies gave from the very beginning, having to come back and play back-to-back. You know, that was just a sign of toughness that this team has, and, you know, things we've had to deal with all season long, battling injuries from day one. And to be able to come into the tournament yesterday and get a win against Bradley, come in today, and, you know, I really believe we gave Indiana State everything that they could handle. You know, I couldn't be more proud. The only thing that would make me feel better would be if I was sitting here talking about us getting ready to play tomorrow. But, you know, you learn from things you didn't do well, and we definitely have a lot of work to do next year. But, you know, I just couldn't be more proud of the effort the entire team gave, especially this senior sitting next to me. Troy has been phenomenal for us all season long. She's put the team on her back and carried us, and today was no different.
Troy, great game. Just talk a little about the you know, in the first, at halftime, you go in tied. You guys are defending pretty well. You blocked 7 shots. Just talk about the post battle and how it evolved throughout the game.
Yeah, I mean, the post game was definitely huge for us, supposed to be huge for us this game. You know, that was our game plan from the beginning, was to fight their posts. You know, they obviously have some good posts, and we were supposed to use our post game to their advantage. I think we did pretty good on the boards. We just had to rebound a little bit better, and we probably would have been in a lot better shape.
Did ISU just make it a little bit tougher on you to get the ball where you wanted in the second half? Or?
Yeah, they definitely did. Their posts, they were a bit in foul trouble, but I think they did a pretty good job in, you know, not making silly fouls and just kind of staying low on the drives. So they made it difficult for me to catch the ball a little bit in the second half.
Any questions for Troy? You're dismissed.
Okay, go Bella.
Questions for Coach Swoops?
Coach, same thing. Maybe just elaborate on the post battle, and then just a heck of a physical ball game down in the paint. It seemed like you know, both teams played pretty well down there.
You know, we came into this game really wanting to focus on both ends, offensively and defensively, on the inside game. We thought we had I guess I'd say, bigger advantage with our post players, being able to rotate them in with our 4 bigs, and we really wanted to focus on keeping the ball out of Rachel's hands. Mahan, I don't want to mispronounce her name. She's strong. She's tough on the block. It's almost impossible to defend her one-on-one. So we tried that in the beginning of the game, and then we switched quickly and started double teaming her on the block every time she caught the ball. Sometimes we were able to get the ball out of her hands, and then sometimes we didn't, but she did a nice job of finding shooters. You know, their post players were big for them today. They had something that's been our nemesis all season is our turnovers and rebounding. Between their 2 bigs, they had 15 of their 21 offensive rebounds, and I think anytime you give up that many offensive rebounds, you're going to have a battle, and you're going to have a hard time winning basketball games. So I do believe that was the biggest difference in this game.
Abdul Qadir, their point guard's coming off a couple 20-point games. You guys did a pretty good job with her, and talk about that effort on her defensively.
Well, you know, I think they do a really nice job of just moving the basketball and really finding players who's hot, who's getting the job done, trying to take advantages of mismatches. And it's funny, because I was talking to the team earlier, and I remember the first game we played them at home, the one we won, we played a box and one on Qadir, and she had 32 points. Imagine that. You know, in the second game at their place, we just played regular zone defense, man-to-man, and she didn't hurt us as much. The difference was when she had her 32 points in that game, no one else really hurt us. No one else was scoring. So I was okay with that game plan. You know, one thing we wanted to do coming in today was just really trying to slow her down. She's a great player. No reason why she got Newcomer of the Year. She's a phenomenal talent. She's a great athlete. She sees the floor well. She handles the ball well. So I said to our guards, just really try to put a little pressure on her, keep her in front of you, and don't just let her come down the floor and pick us apart, because she does a really nice job of getting them in their sets, recognizing who's hot, where to get the ball to. And I just thought she did a nice job of just running their stuff for them today.
Your first year as a head coach, just overall a good experience for you?
No.
No?
I don't like to lose. You know what? It was everything that I thought it would be, and probably then some. But I can honestly say the experience I've had here at Loyola, my first season, has just been an amazing transition for me. You know, my staff has been great. The players, we've battled injuries from day one. And to find players that have said, you know, Coach, whatever you need me to do, I'll step up, I'll step in, and I'll try to get the job done. But there's no other place I'd rather be right now. I'm really excited about this transition, and you know, seriously, I don't like to lose. I'm looking forward to going back to work tomorrow and getting ready for next year.
Thank you, Coach.
It will be a different outcome next year.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.